Volunteer Fairfax is an independent nonprofit organization mobilizing people and resources to meet regional community needs. Volunteer Fairfax connects more than 10,000 individuals each year with a network of over 700 public and private community organizations. Volunteer Fairfax is volunteerism in action.
Volunteer Fairfax started here in the county over 30 years ago in 1975 from a very small, humble organization that was 100% county funded. Now we are internet connected, we are web-based, we do still provide very much the one-on-one personal service, but now we can reach over 1 million residents in the county. A volunteer is anyone. They're individuals who care and know that by reaching out and helping someone else, that they will benefit from that, and that their community will be stronger because they've taken the time to give of themselves.
Who are the faces of Volunteer Fairfax? Your friends, family, co-workers, government, nonprofits, and the community. Volunteer Fairfax puts you in touch with the organizations you want to find through referral services, youth, family, and citizen corps. Volunteer Fairfax educates the community with training series, newsletters, youth leadership programs, and community seminars. Volunteer Fairfax honors volunteers for their exceptional involvement in the community.
You just can't do it without a lot of volunteers, irrespective of what the mission is. It may be affordable housing, it may be feeding the homeless, whatever the mission is. It requires a legion of volunteers to carry that out. And so again, Volunteer Fairfax matching up people, willing volunteers with opportunities to serve is really key. There's got to be some central place to go. And Volunteer Fairfax can, and as I said, should play that role.
Volunteer Fairfax mobilizes people to serve. Volunteers for Change provides volunteer opportunities for people with limited time to serve. Volunteer Fest is Fairfax County's community-wide day of service.
Although Volunteer Fairfax has a number of programs that deliver opportunities for residents to volunteer in the community, it also plays a very important role in connecting businesses to the community and opening up volunteer opportunities for the employees that work here every day and giving them an opportunity to give back. For some businesses, that's very hard to do. They may not have enough employees to do it themselves and to take on that coordination role. And Volunteer Fairfax really provides a mechanism and a motivator for those companies to get out and get involved.
Corporate Community Connection gives companies the ability to support and collaborate with Volunteer Fairfax, impacting directly on hundreds of organizations in the community. And with emergency response planning, Volunteer Fairfax works with public safety, the county government, the health department, and other first responders to coordinate and train volunteers for emergency situations.
I volunteer because I like to. It gives me a good feeling. I feel like I'm helping the community at large. I feel like because of the things that I can do, I feel like I can free up people who might be a little more knowledgeable to do more important work than just like sort of administrative things.
Well, it's a moral imperative, I think, to be a volunteer, especially once you've retired, to get back to your community. And of course you get, I guess it's selfish, you get a good feeling for having volunteered.
Instead of just our work life, our personal life, our religious life, separating all those pieces, through volunteerism we bring all those pieces together and we remember to connect to each other one-to-one.
Volunteer Fairfax connects the community to opportunities through both traditional and emerging forms of communication. We connect people to programs such as a celebration of giving and sharing, which is part of a national program that provides backpacks filled with books and toys to children at the holidays. Alternative Community Service places court-referred clients in community service positions throughout the region. Our annual Directory of Youth Service Opportunities provides youth-focused information and volunteer opportunities for those in our community under 18.
And this is the beauty of it. Like I talk about, I mean myself, I did this for myself, and and just in the process of trying to acquire a sense of accomplishment, maybe I have made someone smile, and that's an extremely rewarding experience.
The second piece of what Volunteer Fairfax does, which is so vitally important, is works with nonprofit agencies to make sure that they have the capacity that they need in order to be strong organizations and to work with volunteers in an effective, efficient way.
Volunteer Fairfax has helped us out with a variety of capacities, whether it be the Community Summer Jobs Program and helping us tackle some projects over some summer months that we otherwise wouldn't be able to do, or whether it be training for our staff in regards to our volunteers.
Volunteer Fairfax has been involved with us for many years, almost I think since its inception, in helping us to really build our own capacity to get talented volunteers linked up with our programs out in the community. It's taken over a lot of the effort that we used to have to put into recruitment and screening, and is a lifeline for us out in the broader Fairfax community.
When Volunteer Fairfax was created, 94% of the budget was provided by the county government. During the 1990s, the center began to diversify its funding base. Today, we are a healthy organization with funding from the corporate and foundation communities, program service fees, individual contributions, and Fairfax County government.
What interested me in getting involved in Volunteer Fairfax was the opportunity to serve on a board that was very active in Fairfax County, and that was a wonderful mix of community volunteers and corporate volunteers together.
I've been affiliated with Volunteer Fairfax for well over 10 years, and it's been really a privilege to watch the growth of the services and of the capacity. And I think I can speak on behalf of many of my colleagues of the nonprofit world that we are indebted to the leadership that Volunteer Fairfax has provided.
The amount of ways that people can be engaged in volunteering is unlimited, and I challenge people that it's their own creativity that they want to share that is the important thing, and that there is an organization out there that can use that skill and talent in some way.
My name is Bing Van Ice, and I'm a volunteer for Volunteer Fairfax.
My name is Anne-Marie Gould. I'm a volunteer for Volunteer Fairfax.
I'm Don Brown, and I'm a volunteer for Volunteer Fairfax.
My name is Doris Crawford. I'm a volunteer for Volunteer Fairfax.
My name is Natasha Kapoor, and I am honored to be a volunteer for Volunteer Fairfax.
Volunteer Fairfax serves the community every day, but we can't do it without you, so sign up today.
Fairfax County has a rich history of community volunteerism. In the future, we will continue to grow a stronger and more active community around us. Join Volunteer Fairfax in celebrating 30 years of volunteerism in action.